What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a very late night, Sunday night special. I just could not stop myself. I was supposed to just put the kids to bed and go to bed myself, but I've put the kids to bed and I jumped in front of the camera. So that ought to tell you something about this brew I'm about to show you, because the question I'm trying to pose tonight is, domain? 5-color domain? Do we need to play 5 colors in domain? And the answer is a resounding no, we don't. And that makes the mana base so much easier. Think about it. What are the only 2 cards in domain that actually see play? Leyline Binding and the thing that makes the 3/3 beasts that I never remember the name of. Those cards are white and green. So Selesnya. And so, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's Selesnya domain brew. Thanks to a couple of sweet new cards from the latest set, namely Overlord of the Hauntwoods and Overlord of the Mistborn, we can actually just play domain in Selesnya. Again, the herd migration. I always forget. These are the only 2 cards in the domain archetype that see any play in any of the decks that get called Selesnya domain. I beg your pardon. In you know, whatever 5-color domain, or I don't know what it's being called these days. Just domain, right? These are the only 2 cards that actually have domain written on it, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it, because the deck is called that, and it's only got 8 cards in the whole deck that have that that mechanic. So my thinking was, since we now have Overlords of the Hauntwoods that fixes all of the domaining with this little token land called Everywhere, why bother play the other colors? Like, think about it. Really think about it. In a domain deck, right? What are the main cards? The ones that are like the cookie cutter, like stock domain deck, especially as far as best of 1. Sunfall, Lockdown, Up the Beanstalk, Get Lost. They have the Angel, often the one with the kicker. We could have it in here, honestly, because of the herd migration, because of the Overlord of the Mistwoods and Ancient Cornucopia, but I just don't like the card, so I didn't play it. But regardless, it's still a white angel. Some versions of the deck have, like, I don't know, Kaya in the sideboard, some negates, and some what's it called? Negate and Disdainful Stroke in the side for the blue. Like, in best of 3, maybe I get it, right? But now that we don't need to have this incredibly clunky mana base to cast Atraxa, thanks to Cornucopia and Overlords of the Hauntwoods, and now that we don't need to have this incredibly clunky mana base to cast cards like Leyline Binding and Herd Migration, then why go 5 colors? There's literally not a single card in that deck that sees relatively, like, significant amounts of play in any of the versions that I've seen online over the last 6 months that would, like, be so good that you go, okay, well, that's why I would want to play this clunky mana base, Tapped lands, surveil lands, got to ramp and do all this stuff. No. We don't need to do that stuff. All the good cards in domain are Selesnya. Let's play a smooth as silk, beautiful Selesnya mana base with the new verges, and just cast the odd domain card thanks to the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and just play like a kind of mid-rangey, control-y Selesnya deck, which still gets to play Atraxa, which is the main, restock your hand, occasionally wins you the game sort of thing from those decks. I mean, that's the win con in domain, right? It's Atraxa and herd migration. So here we are again. But we get to have 8 new win cons, 6-5 coming at your face. Especially, cast it on turn 3, which is what we really hope to happen in most games, so that we can get the creature, the land token. Then it sits there and impends away until you can eventually attack with it. So it gives you so much time where your threats deployed. That's the main cool thing about these damn overlords. Like, sure, they all have pretty cool enter the battlefield triggers, but the main cool thing is that you just put them there, and the opponent has to make this decision whether am I going to dedicate my resources to removing an enchantment for whatever, usually 2 mana. Do I fire off my Get Lost at their overlord that's impending, or do I either try, you know, if they're aggro or something, deploy threats to the battlefield, you know, do something else with my mana, and then most of the time they go for the second option, and then that means that you can respond to that with our plethora. I mean, 3 split ups, 3 Sunfalls, 2 Exorcise, 2 Get Lost, 4 Leyline Bindings. We have answers. You control the board with that stuff, and then at some point your overlords are not impending anymore, and you just win the game with these, if you can't win the game with the usual domain stuff. So this is an interesting little test here. I want to see how it performs. Let's put things where they belong in terms of when we're actually mostly going to be casting them. And you have yourselves a very smooth looking little domain deck. We still get to play the Cavern of Souls to get the Atraxa down uncounted. Honestly, it's been amazing in testing. Let us not forget that when we cast these overlords for their impending cost, you're still going to draw a card off Up the Beanstalk. I've also dropped the amount of Get Losts in the deck, because instead of playing Lockdown, I'm playing Split Up. Yes, it's probably not quite as good against Mono Red, because the things don't get exiled, so they'll still get their death triggers off of their scamps and stuff. Fine. It is what it is. You'll run into those people every now and again, and you'll lose, you know, 50-50. But by playing Split Up, we don't have to have that usual problem that I had with all of my kind of Cornucopia Beanstalk decks, where I'm forced to lock down on 3, and now we've lost our Beanstalk. Now we just Beanstalk drawing cards, removal aplenty, Overlords, Atraxa, and Herd Migration as a win con. Let's take it for a spin on the ladder, see how it performs. I'm working very hard on a nice Izzet control deck. Stay tuned for that. It's looking really, really good. And this isn't going to be a long one. I do need to get to bed. It's a late one. I had a long day with the children. But I just thought, hey, surprise Sunday brew. I really have been having fun with this new set. I hope you all enjoyed the mono-white mid-range list with best of 3. So far, in terms of views, it's looking really, really good. So thank you all for the support, and I will continue to do best of 3, you know, when I can. Probably once a week, probably on the weekend. Ooh. Is this going to be Rakdos Sack? Is this going to be Mono Black? You kind of may want to maybe sort of slightly... it is Rakdos. Okay, cool. That's fine. You know what, honestly... might have to be a Atraxa that bites the dust, but nah, okay. No Overlords, unfortunately. Shuffler is shuffling us. Here comes the new 2-mana Rakdos artifact. I mean, he'll still sack this one, right? It's an enchantment or creature, so he'll still get the card draw, I would guess. I should have killed the smite. Still learning how to play against this. I've been trying to play that deck myself. No bueno. No bueno at all. It's not doing it for me so far. I've been losing too much, I guess. And I even went and copied like some of the other content creators ones, like Ash Lizzle, who's been playing quite a bit of this Rakdos sack. Hasn't been doing it for me. Would love a Sunfall off the top, please. Wait, okay. I love it when the deck listens. Sent packing. Bye. Off you go. Yep. So, if this thing gets sacrificed, you manifest Dread. I'm assuming he has some, like, bargain stuff, some stuff. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna sacrifice the Incubator to the Rotten Mouth Viper. And then I'm going to split up. Oof. Yeah, we have to untapped creatures, yes. Pity we didn't draw a land, we could have done both. Forge. Holy Moses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I'll keep it anyway, but we're gonna be most. Ooh, okay, we can actually hardcast the thing. I forgot this was 5 mana. This chumps the Viper. You're welcome to attack, my friend. Oof, please tell me you don't have 2 of those. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we may just have to, I don't know what. Take 6 and sack. Okay. Oh, take 8. Oh. But then I'm gonna hardcast this Atraxa and hopefully find a solution here. That's game over. Man, how come when I play that deck I just never win? Well played opponent. That was sick. That was really sick. Polite clap for the opponent with Rakdos Viper. That was surprisingly smooth. Again, I've played that exact deck. I had all of those exact same cards. I just lost like a bunch of times in a row. Please give me a 3rd land off the top, please. That's all I want out of my life, is a 3rd land off the top. Ta-da! I'll take that. Black again? Ah. This could be, oh, okay, it's just more mid-rangey. I was expecting a, something else. Bazinga! Okay, this time we have the Overlord in the opener, so things are looking way better than I thought. Talent, fine. I'll level up talent. Also fine. Let's go grab ourselves a whatevs. Doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sunfall is ready. Bye. These things are insane. The fact that they're not legendary just makes it even more ridiculous. Pardon me. Maybe, what's it called? Tear Asunder? There's also the new one, but I'll just play Tear Asunder. There we go. That's fine. It's one less Tear Asunder, where I would rather it not be. Atraxa on curve. By the way, you can pick an Atraxa and an Overlord, because it's you know, it'll count as an enchantment. So we have 2 cards in hand, so we can take 7, sorry. 1 Sunfall is enough. Oh, that's too many now. Oof. What do we discard then? Psh. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, chupacabra. Oh, chupacabra. I don't know, man. Really? Do we need to be adding that? Bye-bye. This is looking great, honestly. I don't know. Is this really worth adding to your typical Innkeeper's Talent Vraska deck? I don't know. You tell me. Still have 1 mana open for Leyline Binding. Cool, bro. You're so cool.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Liliana. What a dumbass card, man. Honestly. I hate it with a passion now. It's rapidly becoming my most hated card. I think we're just gonna start to migrate some herds on this opponent's ass. Bye. Bye-bye. Off you go. Thank you. Please don't come back. Sent packing. How are we doing for time? That's our second match. Roozy. It's crazy. It feels like I'm playing Domain, but I've just got a Selesnya Lance. And it's humming along just about as smoothly. We cast the Atraxa on curve there, that last match. Just saying. It'll be interesting to see how we fare against like a on the draw opponent plays red Leyline dumbass deck thing, Majig. Yeah, it's a bit slow there, but okay. Speak of the devil. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I've just gotten so used to seeing this staircase into the abyss that okay. Cool. Cool. Please don't forget that you can't do, you know, this, yeah. Even if you put this on Avatar Horror, you can't cast it for its impending cost. You need the double green. It's a mistake I've made. Ta-da! 1 mana Leyline. Sooner, potentially, than any freaking Domain deck would get it to happen. And now we can beanstalk into another one. I think it's a bit busted, no? Like, this thing can be removed by a... Ooh, Jeskai. I think this can be killed by a, You know the card I'm talking about. If I'm not mistaken, Demolition Field can get rid of that. Sure. He counters it, no worries. There is blue there, but... Ah! Okay, this is too funny. What? Okay, we have 2 ley lines, so good luck, bro. What? Jeskai? Nah, it's a mirror, but we have the superior mana base. I'm telling you. This is probably the Cornucopia variant with stuff. Overlords. Overlording. Gonna be a Sunfall. Fine. But often these ones that play the ill-timed explosion don't also play the Sunfall. And if it is the explosion again, then sure, like, good for you. He doesn't know I have 2 of them. I guess at this point we're going Avatar, right? And we're just... You know what? I'm gonna get back my Leyline. My beans. I want some beans. Ooh. I go 3 plus... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure. Let's get the Cornucopia down. I'd rather impend than run into some removal. Cool. You got another one of those? Absolutely fine. Let's save the herd migration for another day. The important thing here is we get to still... we still get to hold up Leyline Binding, so I might even, depending on how things go this turn, is get back my Overlord, and especially if we get hit by a Sunfall. That's definitely what's happening next. Sure. Wow, no Cornucopia in your top 20? I feel bad for you, mate. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Clearly, I'm playing the better domain deck. Wouldn't you say? How stupid. And stupid and clever. Like, honestly, I say stupid because I play too much Arena, and a few months down the line, I mean, be like, why did they make that green Overlord that fixes domain? The interesting point I want to make here, before we jump into the next match, is the fact that a mono red deck with the Leyline and the Callous Sellsword, you know, the best of one nonsense we've been complaining about for about a week now, just made it into the top 4 of a standard challenge. Top Deck City, baby! And that means that there's a chance that there'll be a mono-red Leyline deck in the top 8 of a World Championship. Wow, those are cool. And then it might be, we might start talking about bans. Wow, don't you love this algorithm, huh? It's like... We're just getting kind of mirrors. There's another Cornucopia deck. We just played a Cornucopia deck. But cool, I'm all here. This appears to be more like of a Bant version. Nice, man. Nice, nice. I'm a massive fan of Bant Cornucopia. Wow, triple Copia. Not bad, mate. Not bad. Sure. I don't think it's worth another Cornucopia to... I mean, another Leyline to take out that again. So let's just go... Let's just get you going. If there's a mono red deck with the Leyline in the top 8 of Worlds, it's going to be an interesting day. Stuff it. I'm going in. I'm going in. He's struggling with mana, and I don't want him to draw any cards. If I can stay ahead, because we don't have our own bloody Beanstalk, so... That was an interesting... Wow, like that, twice in a row we just played 2 Leyline decks. Cornucopia type decks. Okay. This one will probably have things like Kaya. And that's where we'll have some trouble. That's a good idea. I mean, you see, okay, see, people are getting smart. That's obviously a good idea. Alright. Got all in on the freaking domain. Because there are some other good domain cards. Ish. Kinda, sorta. Right? I'm gonna rather have this as impending than actually, you know, play it. They just, you know, there's a chance there'll be a Sunfall or whatever. It's like, who will draw Atraxa first? I have 4 Beanstalks, I haven't drawn one. Let that be a lesson. Oh, this is modern day Magic 101, mate. Aha! It's time to Sunfall now. At least we get a thing out of it. Just at one turn before our Mistmoors enters the fray. However, the fact that we didn't find any of our Beanstalks is probably going to be the reason why we lose this particular match. We'll see, we'll see. So this thing with a everywhere land token will does it, what, 5 colors plus 1, so 6 damage. There we go, exactly 6. Okay, so I have a feeling he's not running Sunfalls. We'll find out soon enough, but I have my split up here, so... Oh! Hello! Top deck frickin' city! I'll grab another. I'll grab you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Oh, no, no, no. You. Or... Yeah, it's gonna have to be Exorcise. Like, how come I didn't find a Beanstalk there? Ridiculous. Sure. What, you gonna take out my Atraxa with your one? Or are you gonna take out the other Leyline? Ah! The Battle of the Beanstalks. Well, at least drag to the bottom can't kill Atraxa. Ah, you slimy bugger. Well, I'm on 38, you're on 44, so... I got another one in my hand. I'm going to play another Cornucopia. Man, I find it just a little bit ridiculous that the shuffler just paired me up against this, or you know, the whatever matchmaker paired me up against this exact opponent. Of all the people I could have run into. Where are my beanstalks? Double 30. Yeah. This game is whack, man. Gets whacker every day. So, if I hardcast if I go 3 here, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not enough to Atraxa. Do I want to Atraxa? Yeah, sure. I mean, why not? The only question there was about, like, gaining a little extra life off of the, okay, Get Lost, Overlord. Don't need more lands. Heard my great? No. Again, Exorcise, honestly. There we go, 3. It's on like Donkey Kong, bitch. He's probably gonna deck himself. Fine, 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 fine. Absolutely fine. Please swing with both so I can use my split up. So only tapped dudes are gonna get the sweep. Cool card, this, man. I was a bit on the fence about it, but the more I play it, again, I mentioned it in the introduction, like these decks that were struggling to have a 3-mana sweeper in white, that were like, oh, I want to play a Beanstalk, I want to play a the Vault card, the thing, I want to make treasures. Sorry, you can't, because you're gonna exile your own things. That's all 3, if not 4, of his ley lines. So, pretty cool. Pardon me. What a match. Oh, oh, oh no, oh no, that's bad. That is very bad. Lol. Oh, wow. That was sick, man. Okay, cool. Untapped creatures. Bye. And then I will just get back my Atraxa, thank you. Sunfall's good. What are we discarding? Or this Cavern. I need to discard 3 though. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get lost. cost. Cool. Sunfall? He's gonna deck himself. I have a feeling that I will win in that way. That's too many beanstalks. It costs 4, so it doesn't actually trigger beanstalk. Which is clever. Okay, so you actually had another doppelgang in your hand, you utter ass. Enjoy drawing another million cards, like. I have Sunfall, mate. Cool, cool story. So, pretty disgusting deck. I'm very, very impressed with, like, quite how disgusting it is. But I'm not actually scared of losing. I have a feeling we're gonna just win by default. I'm gonna happily leave this Atraxa underneath one of his Leyline Bindings so I can Sunfall first and then get my Atraxa back. So just domain with Doppelgang going like super overboard. Fantastic. Ah, lol. Lol, 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 lol. Maybe he'll crash his own client and we'll win that way. It's got 18 cards left. The only question here is he playing the Invasion of Arcavios to actually get back the Doppelgang? Yeah. Cool. Why not gain the life? Okay. Cool. Fine. Totally okay with that. Okay. That's also fine. Oh, now I understand. So what do I want back? Well, nothing yet. Yeah, draw another 2. That's exactly what I want you doing. I'm going to probably just use my Get Lost here to get back Atraxa so that I can guarantee another Sunfall. And then he'll probably concede, which is pretty funny. Considering what just happened on this battlefield. Look at this shit. How many Leyline Bindings is it okay to have? to 12. Oonn's about to deck himself. It's going to be pretty hilarious. Go, go, go. I'm telling you, there's no need to play all of these wonky colors. Just, if you want to play Atraxa and Leyline Binding, just play Selesnya. The Overlords got your back. That's 2 matches we've just won against, like, the more complex variants of this. This one even went so far as to go Doppelgang. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm thoroughly impressed with what the opponent was doing here. The problem, which has always been the problem with this deck, always. Think about last World Championships. There was the Brazilian guy. I can never remember his name. But anyway, they were putting in like a one of the haste-giving knight that makes tokens from the Convoke deck in the sideboard as a way to give their herd migration dudes haste. Because if you remove their Atraxa, most of the times they're running about 3 of them. And then, ooh, you Sunfall / whatever, lock down their little 3/3 guys from the herd migration, then how are you winning? What's your win con, bro? And then you end up decking yourself to Up the Beanstalk. It's happened to me playing the deck many times, so I'm well aware. Here's a clean example. The opponent has 78 life. He's got 11 cards left. Look at this nonsense. There was no way he could have killed me. So, fine. You do you. But I'll be over here playing Selesnya Domain and whooping your ass. However, we definitely got to see some of the power level of the Overlords, both on my side and on the opponent's side. But that has brought us tidily to the 45-minute mark. So I'm going to have to just love you and leave you. I'm just going to jump back into the deck with some final thoughts. And honestly, I think I've done enough talking. It's a late Sunday night. I need to get to bed, work tomorrow. But, yeah, you've heard me say everything I need to say about this. I honestly think there's no need to play all of these surveil lands and bada. And honestly, we could splash some things like whatever, just because of the Cornucopia and the everywhere land from Overlord of the Hauntwoods. We could actually do some of the same things that that opponent was just doing. We could put one of Doppelgang in this list, and we'd still be able to cast it even with this mana base, which is crazy. It's really, yeah, let's put that on the deck box, because that's what should be there. This card is Banana Town, obviously, for this deck. So there we go. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, and definitely subscribe if you did. And I will be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. Until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.